Hey, I'm in the closet now. Browsers, specifically internet browsers. We all use them, whether it be Chrome for general use, Firefox for research, DuckDuckGo if you have morals, a Koja if you like the environment. By the way, what even is a Koja? I've never actually looked into it. Is it a scam? Is it crypto? Who knows? Safari, because you can't be bothered to download Chrome on your phone, and Internet Explorer to learn about all the latest news about President Jackson. And on these browsers that give us such joy and delight comes the pinnacle of gaming. The one type of game that brings you beyond the realm of gaming, better than VR, better than a PS5, better than the newest computer. Browser games. And on the world of browser games, you can go beyond the general ones, things like coolmathgames.com or whatever the domain name is, I don't know, or romhex.gov, the usuals. There's one site that stands above the rest, sitting on its high and mighty horse. IO games. Itch.io games. Itch.io, for all its weaknesses, is honestly something that's delivered me so many really cool games. And while many of these games tend to migrate later on onto Steam, the fact that they started off on itch.io and that itch.io gave these games a platform, that's pretty amazing and really cool of them. Oh, what's that? Oh, we're not talking about itch.io. Oh, we're talking about .io games. Oh, okay. Alright, so the .io domain has some pretty cool history. For example, it's the domain for an entire country area. It's for the British overseas Caribbean islands, ocean territory thingamajigger. But it's pretty cool. It's a country domain, and of course it's just used for browser games because frick the British. So let's review each game individually because it'd be unfair to group them all together. So let's start with the site itself. It looks like it wants to hack you. And there are so many ads, like I'm almost willing to get an ad blocker amount of ads. It's a lot of ads. If I misclick here, I am going to Brazil, and there is no stopping me. That site is scary. Chill with the ad site. I know you like money, I love money, but chill out. Anyways, welcome to Slither.io, a nice fun game consisting of worms eating balls of light. Hit another worm, and you die and explode into balls of light. Worms. Or maybe snakes? I'm kind of unsure which one it actually is. I think it's snakes. Why do I have worms in the script? What the heck? Anyways, once you get big enough, you can do this really cool thing where you can get a little snaky boy here, and then you can just encircle them with your little snaky body and your little slithery boys. And let me tell you, this is the most fun you can have in the game. Because while the game itself is actually mostly boring, those few seconds where you swirl around the other guy, and you can see the fear in his eyes as you prepare to crush him, seeing the desperation in his eyes and the fury in yours as you slowly crush him to death. The desperate curl. He doesn't want to die, but you must kill him. Then you die to a really big worm that's probably a teenager with absolutely nothing better to do because teenagers hecking suck. And then you go and cry in a corner for 2 hours, and then you forget about the game completely because honestly it's not that fun after 10 minutes. Onwards. Welcome to Grario.io, Slither.io, but you're circular and you can split yourself. And also frick you in any of your ambitions. Because as much as you die to big boys in Slither, you will die to more in Agurio.io. The splitting yourself and throwing your bubbly half mass at somebody else is kind of an inventive idea, but the only problem is good luck getting that blob bigger than opponent. You take so long to grow, and it's such a little blob that literally cuts you in half that honestly, unless you're very large, it's a completely useless feature. And also, everyone moves about the same speed, so good luck catching anyone you want to absorb, because unless you're ginormous or your enemy is really stupid, You can't catch anybody. Agrario.io, frick you in your dreams. Deep.io, the only game where you can swim in the ocean and still be bored as heck. Welcome to the wonderful world of choose random sea creature, eat blobs, and repeat. That's literally it. You can drown a duck though, so that's 11 out of 6 for me. The wonderful world of mope.io. The game I loaded into, found to be mildly boring, then saw how long it would take me to advance to the next level, in which case I nope.io'd out of there. And finally, the Lord sends a gift. The humble Mexican receives Hole.io, the game where you are tasked with eating trees, cars, buildings, innocent civilians, and any other manner of creatures to grow large. It's fun, it's stupid, it's unfair, and I love it. Consume. 2 minutes of swallowing all in your path, you must consume. I must consume. We all must consume. Okay, but that actually wasn't finally, because I forgot about that. I had one more thing to talk about, so heck you script for telling me that was the final thing. Wasn't the final thing. Let's talk about Crunker.io, probably the most well-polished and most game-like thing I'm actually reviewing here. Crunker.io is a first-person shooter, play with friends, play with randos, play with hackers. Crunker.io, what's quality control? Crunker.io, a broken game where you can play with a machine gun, and 6 out of 9 times, you won't have to let go of the trigger because you have a massive 60-bullet mag. You don't have to let go of the trigger, you just hold it down and you like snipers? 3 shots, headshots, insta-kill, no spray control needed. Are you brain dead? Combat Man, lot of health, only knife, pew pew. How about a grappler? Fun times. Crunker.io is a fun game to play with somebody who doesn't have Steam or Windows. Looking at you, cows. It's browser-based and pretty fun. If you want to play single-player shooter or something like good, don't go anywhere near this game, but it is fun sometimes. Stamp of approval. And that's about it for .io games. Sorry this took so long to make. I was driving across the country to get in the closet. Anyways, now from a word from our sponsor. Hats. You love them. I love you. Does your hair not do its job properly, or are you bald? Well, that's a shame, but let me talk about hats for a while. Hats. Keeping your head cozy. Want a disguise? Hat. No one can tell. Style? Hat. Murder? Hats. Hats. Keeping your brain case cozy since whenever hats were invented. Hats. Buy 'em. Or else. That's the end of the ad.